France arrests top military officer over Russian-linked breach.
Here's a summary of the article.
French Defense Minister Florence Parly told French media on Sunday that a senior military officer was under investigation for serious security breaches. What I can confirm is that a senior officer is facing legal proceedings for a security breach, Parly told Europe 1 Radio. She made similar statements to French television network CNews and Les Echos newspaper. The lieutenant colonel was reportedly based at a NATO facility in Italy and was arrested while holidaying in his native France. Parly said France's armed forces have taken necessary protective measures following the security breach. The arrest comes a week after U.S. authorities arrested a former Special Forces officer for sharing his unit's activities with Russian intelligence. Western officials have also accused Russia of undermining global security by engaging in hybrid warfare.
This post received a score of 43,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Russia's got its nose in everyone's business, huh? Seriously makes me wonder when the rest of the world will day enough is enough.
China and Russia need to be put in check for their shenanigans. Thanks for the awards, I wish this did not have to be said.
Cheeto-in-chief is too busy worrying about missing Putin's phone calls. As long as Trump is in power we get things like I believe she.
Serious question. What is Biden's stance on China? Anyone would be harder on Russia than Trump has, but would Biden be tough on Russia while giving China more leniency?
He straight up called China's genocide of Uyghurs what it is, a genocide. Calling something what it is might not seem like much, but the word carries a lot of weight, and this is one of the strongest statements made by any political leader anywhere against China. He will be much harder on China than Trump is. Trump on the other hand told Xi that the Chinese concentration camps in for Uyghurs was exactly the right thing.
Don't forget his praise on how the Chinese government handled the whole Tiananmen Square ordeal.
I never saw this and not surprised in the least. Truly disgusting.
Jesus Christ, how much fucking money does Russia have to infiltrate every goddamn government?
This is done far cheaper than the cost of tanks and aircraft carriers. For the cost of one F-35 they can fund operatives in multiple countries. Cyber warfare is also cheap in comparison to the cost of weapons.
I ran an ad on Facebook. It was the term cognitive dissonance. I know shit about advertising and just tried getting the most people possible. For $100 I reached 1 million people. Now, I don't anymore because I don't know if those are bots, and since Facebook won't address fake accounts. I don't know how effective it really is. RTPDNE.
This one is hilarious.
Looks like the last Soviet president.
Why aren't NATO nations tearing Russia apart via the internet? It seems we're just letting the fuckers run riot and attempt to destabilize our countries at will.
What makes you think they aren't? Why would we ever hear about successful counter-espionage?
Because I don't really see much results. There are some protests against Putin now and then, but they have a laughable number of people.
It's easier to disrupt a system that's reliant upon consent and cooperation, like a democracy, than a top-down authoritarian one, like Putin's Russia.
A lieutenant colonel is far from a top military officer.
Hey, this guy is super important middle management.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.